Welcome back to the Kumihimo series. In today's video, we're going to be doing a meaningful project, a 12-strand friendship bracelet with a heart pattern. Now, if you've been following along, you'll be ready to take your braiding skills up a notch and create this sweet design that's filled with tiny woven hearts. It's great for gift giving for a friend, or keep it yourself.
Get our email newsletter for beading news, sale announcements, new product announcements, and more. Link is in the description below.
This bracelet uses 12 cords set up on your Kumihimo disc in a special setup that forms repeating hearts in the braid. Let's get started. And it's a real fun design. This is what you're going to need. We have 2 colors of satin ink 1mm cord. We have some jump rings, cord ends, and some charms, E6000 glue, some toothpicks, and I'm going to show you a little trick on how to tie the cords with using a pin. In this design, we're using the square Kumihimo disc, and I have 6 cords here, and they're 48 inches in length, and then I folded it in half. I'm going to show you an alternate tying the knot method, and you can use this method when you don't want to use a Kumihimo weight. So I'm going to show you it's going to be real easy to tie when you're using like 12 cords. Okay, so I wrapped it around the pin. I'm going to wrap it around my fingers. And then we're going to go right into this knot. So it's really easy to do and keep those knots in place when you're trying to do all 12. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to just cinch the knot up. And then you have a loop here. So this is what I'm talking about, is now you have a loop for your finger, and you don't have to use a Kumihimo weight. If you want to, you can. But I find that once I have my finger in there, I don't really need to use one. Now we're going to take our knot, and we're going to put it down the Kumihimo hole. And then I'm going to start placing these cords, and we'll be right back. Okay, so I have my cords set in my disc here. I have 4 on the top, and I got 2 on each side, and I got 4 on the bottom. But as you'll see, I have 2 colors here that are different. They are white. That's what's going to actually make my heart pattern. And you could choose any kind of colors you want to make your pattern, but I'm choosing red and white. Just always remember that the white and your heart pattern is going to start in bottom 6 and 7. And I chose not to use my huggy spools at this point, but you can if you want, if you feel like it's getting in your way. But typically I use them when my cords are like 60 inches or longer, and we're like 48 inches, so I find that I won't need them. So we're going to go ahead and start. We're going to take the 6 from the top here, go over to right side D, and then 7 top over to left D. And then we're going to do bottom 6 over to right A, bottom 7 over to left A. And now we're going to just move these center cords closer together. So I have 8 to 7, 5 to 6, 8 to 7, 5 to 6. Okay. So now we're going to take and move these cords. As you can see, I use the center cords to move. I'm going to do the same thing here. So I'm taking the center cords here, right side B to bottom 8, and then right side C up to top 8. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same thing with left side B to bottom 5, and then left side C up to top 5. And then we're going to move the cords back into the center closer together again. Okay. And it's just the same kind of cycle. And now we're going right back where we started from the beginning. Top 6 to right D, top 7 to left D, bottom 6 to right A, bottom 7 to left A. Bring those in closer. So as you can see, my pattern, I'm always moving those center cords in, right? Do the same, and make sure you're always keep your cords nice and tight so you get the nice pattern. Okay, so again, working those center cords down. So right side B down to bottom 8, right side C up to top 8. Okay, left side B to bottom 5, left side C up to top 5. Move them closer in. All right, and we're going to do another time here. Again, now we got back where we started again. So we're going to up, back to top 6, to the right side D, top 7, to left D, bottom 6, to right side A, bottom 7, to left side A. Okay, move them closer together. Okay, working those center cords now again from the 4. Right side B, bottom 8, right side C, top 8. And then left side B, bottom 5, left side C, over to top 5, and move that in. And that's the pattern. We'll just keep doing it over and over again. And I'm going to keep doing this, and I'm going to come right back and show you what kind of pattern it created. All right. And as I'm starting the other cycle, I'm going to show you what it actually looks like, what we created. So let me just do these last 2 so I could show you. Bottom and then top. And then here you can see the design we're creating and the little hearts that are coming about. And it's just a nice little tight braid, and we're going to keep doing that. And you're going to do that until you get to the desired length of that you want. You can make it longer if you want. You can make it a necklace. You can make it a keychain. But we're doing the size of a bracelet today. So I'm going to keep weaving until I get to the size that I need. All right, I'm really close to finishing up the cycle. I think I'm going to stop after this one because I'm at the desired length I want to be. So there we go. We finished that up, and I'm just going to look and see. Yeah, that's about the size that I want. I have to allow for the clasp, so that's about the desired length I want. But again, like I said, if you want to keep going, you can keep going. All right, so I'm just going to finish this off with the overhand knot. And just make sure that you get enough. I'm not creating a loop, so I'm not using the pin. So just want to tie that off, make sure the braid doesn't move. There we go. And now we're going to use some E6000 glue, and we're going to glue the ends. Okay, so now I'm going to add some E6000 glue to the ends of these knots, and I put a silicone mat down just because I didn't want to get any kind of glue on my mat here. So I'm just going to use my toothpick, and I'm going to put it really close to the knot, and I want to make sure I really get that inside the weave. Okay, and then I'm going to do it on the other side as well, just to make sure that all that doesn't come undone. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and do this on both sides and both ends of the bracelets, and I'm going to let that dry, and we'll come right back. All right, now that the glue has dried, I went ahead on this end and put an end cap and also a lobster claw with a jump ring on this end. I'm going to show you how to finish this end and finish the bracelet up. Okay, so we have our scissors here, and I'm going to cut really close to the knot and make sure I get all the way through. It's nice and cut, and get that out of the way. And then I'm going to take some E6000 glue. I'm going to put a little in my tray here. Okay, and then I'm going to use a toothpick, and I'm going to put it all over the cord, and then I'm going to add the cord end. But we want to make sure that we get some nice and coated on the other ends. Make sure that the end cap stays put. Oops. And get a little sticky. There we go. Yes, we want it nice and coated on both sides. Okay. And then I'm going to take my end cord here, and I'm going to, with my help of my hand here, just squeeze it a little bit because it is kind of a flat braid and we want it to go in. And if you twist, it'll actually help go on. And there we go. And then while that dries a little, we do want to make sure that the glue on our end cap is gone. So I have a little toothpick. While it's drying and there's some glue that's on here that you don't want, I have a little bit of rubbing alcohol on a Q-tip, and I'm just going to clean up the areas that I don't want the glue. Okay. And we're going to let that dry. But I'm going to show you that I'm attaching our little charm here, and I've added 3 little jump rings. And the reason why I added 3 was just to give it some length if you needed some extra length on the bracelet. That way it makes it adjustable. Okay. And then we're just going to attach our heart charm to the end of our end cap. And take our pliers here. Oops. I don't want to slip out of my hand. There we go. Yeah, just close that up nice and tight. There we go, and make it aligned. And then I'm just going to let that dry, and we'll be back. Okay, now that the glue has completely dried, let me latch this for you and then show you our completed Kumihimo friendship heart bracelet. And there you have it, your very own Kumihimo friendship heart bracelet. Not only was this fun to make, but it gives special meaning when you give it. So remember to subscribe, like, and share this video with a friend who likes braiding. In our next Kumihimo video, I'm going to show you more patterns and techniques. And so don't forget to sign up for our email newsletter for more tips and tutorials. Until then, happy braiding.